All of you saying that the clean girl aesthetic is out and now it's the mob wife. I'm sorry, but you just keep renaming aesthetics.
Hey people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So a trend is coming out that has gotten white girls range. White girls are not having it. They are coming hard and they are calling people out. So apparently the mob wife aesthetics is out and that is what is trending. We're no longer doing clean girl. Clean girl aesthetic is out. It's not the mob wife aesthetics. So this old mob wife aesthetic started off with the Sopranos coming up. I think the Sopranos is doing like an anniversary, and I think the marketing plot for the Sopranos comeback or the anniversary was creators should create the mob wife thing. If you don't know what the Soprano is, like just Google. It was a TV show. It was a hit TV show about Italian mobs and all that. So just go Google it, okay? So this trend has kind of kick off something that has made a whole lot of women start out on social media wearing like, oh, the mob wife aesthetics and all that. And this has not sit well with a lot of white girls, especially girls, Italian girls, girls from the Scandinavia, as is in Europe. They are not having it. They are like, you know what? This is it. Like, the mob wife aesthetics is not just an aesthetics, it is a lifestyle, it is part of our culture. Like girls are getting mad, they're getting angry over the mob wife aesthetics. Anyway, guys, let's go hear what these white girls think about other people doing the mob wife aesthetics thing. Okay, so let's go check it out.
Everybody talking mob wives aesthetic this, mob wives aesthetic that. If you never been woken up for school by the motherfucking feds looking for your dad, you don't deserve to wear this coat, and you don't deserve to talk about mob wife aesthetics.
Okay.
Oh, the feds never look for your pops? You ain't a mob wife? Get out of here. Brittany, if one of your cousins has never been to jail, if you don't know a guy named Tony that knows a guy, you can't claim mob wives. If you don't have an outstanding table at your favorite Italian restaurant, if you don't know a guy who knows a guy at your favorite restaurant, you don't deserve to wear this coat. You don't deserve to claim mob wives.
Really?
All of you saying that the clean girl aesthetic is out and now it's the mob wife. I'm sorry, but you just keep renaming aesthetics. You just took the Slavic girl aesthetic and renamed it to mob wife. Like, we have always been dressing like this in fur coats and gold, okay? This is nothing new. This is not the mob wife aesthetic. Bye for now.
Mob wives aesthetic is going viral apparently, and as a Sicilian first-generation daughter of an immigrant, I would like to add some commentary to this conversation. Because while I know it's all in good fun, a lot of the videos that I'm seeing paint this caricature of what Italian culture is like, oh, if you haven't had someone who has been to jail in your family, or you don't have gravy on Sundays, like, then you're not an Italian. And it's all in good fun, I understand, but I stayed with some family in Sicily last February. This is a picture of me and my great aunt, Zia Pierina, at her house in her kitchen. And there's a bowl of clementines there because what they do in Sicily is they eat everything that is local and seasonal. So they don't eat gravy every Sunday, they just eat what's in season and locally available. But the one thing I really want to highlight more than anything is that even in the smallest mountain town in Sicily where my family lives, there are no gender roles there. Everybody cooks, everybody cleans, everybody helps each other out. Like, childcare is done by all. Like, there's no gender roles. They're so progressive without even having to state it. That's obviously not the case with like these soprano type tropes that you see today. The reason why I think that is because, you know, when people immigrate here, they take their ideas of that time and then they kind of like stop learning. They kind of stop evolving. At least that's the case in a lot of Italian cultures, which is why that more like old school Italian whatever, like that's what's popular. I'll prove this point quickly by showing you a video that I took of one of my cousins when I asked him, what's one thing that you want to say to Americans?
Dovete eliminare la pena di morte, pena pena di morte, basta. Non è democratica l'America, non c'è democrazia.
What he just said was the unalive penalty in America is not democratic and we should not be using it. Like I said, my family lives in a small, remote mountain town. Population, maybe 2,000. So enjoy the mob wives trend, enjoy the resurrection of Sopranos, but just know if you ever take that behavior to Italy, people will think you're a little weird.
This means Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. If your name don't end in a vowel, keep it moving.
Our culture is not your costume, okay? Let's talk about it. Clean girl aesthetic is out, mob wife era is in. Do you psyops just refresh your TikTok page and be like, all right, oh guys, clean girl aesthetic's out, time to be a mob wife, and you magically all have fur coats appear in your closet the same day? And you guys all just like blindly follow whatever trend the internet tells you to, and I find it extremely bizarre behavior and strongly urge you to get your own sense of personal style, brand, aesthetic, if you will. For months, you guys were like slick back bun, gold hoop earrings, lip balm, clean girls. One, that's what Latina girls have been doing for like ever. Secondly, I saw that, was like, cool, I'm gonna sit this one out because I'm not a clean girl, I'm pretty dirty. I'm the same person that if my winged eyeliner looks really good one day and I know I have somewhere to be the next morning, I'm gonna sleep in it and then the next morning touch it up a bit. You clean girls were also the same ones that were above self-tanner for like months. Don't think I forgot. I saw all of your videos throwing my self-tanner out and just embracing my natural pale skin. That's fine for you, but don't sit at the seat at the table. Qualifying question. This past holiday season, when you went to your aunt's house and you walked in with a tray of meat and cheeses, did you say, Merry Christmas, I brought the charcuterie board, dig in? Or did you walk in and say, hey, Merry Christmas, I brought the antipasto? Do you know who Big Ange is? Dead ass. Do you know who Big Ange is? Northeast girlies, we gotta stick together like this over these next few months. Who do you pray to when you lose something, when you can't find something? Are you above a drunk cigarette? Or even a sober one? Have you seen Bronx Tale, Goodfellas, Moonstruck, My Cousin Vinny, Godfather? What are you going to do come springtime when it's too warm out to wear a fur coat? Are you just going to dispose of it and move on to the next trend that the internet tells you to? I don't want to see Kelly from Tampa, Florida buying up all the cheetah print because mob wife era is in, okay? Rant over. Ciao.
These girls keep doing the clean girls out, mob wife is in trend. And then you look at their boyfriend and their boyfriend's wearing Lily Pulitzer. Sweetie, who's your husband? Look, I don't look like a mob wife. This is what I look like. I'm from Pennsylvania. However, you look at the men I've dated, you guys are missing the big thing on this trend. It's more than just the fur coat, sweetie. If you're not suffering from emotional trauma from a tatted Italian man, you're gonna sit this one out.
So we're seeing all these mob wife winter, mob wife aesthetic videos, but I just want to know who's checking these resumes. Who's checking the resumes, the people that are setting this aesthetic? Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you've never had a family member, a loved one, a boyfriend, a husband, go to jail, an uncle, I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear it. If you have never had Sunday sauce cooked by your family, technically in the northeast of the country, we're talking like as west as Philly, as north as Boston, I don't really want to hear it either, okay? If you never saw Mob Wives Season 1 live when it originally rolled on VH1, I don't want to hear it. If you willingly eat pizza from places like California Pizza Kitchen, I also don't want to hear what you think mob wife aesthetic is. I want to see some resumes because that's mob wife behavior. Let me see your qualifications.
If I see one more girl whiter than Casper on my For You page talking about mob wife aesthetic, I'm gonna lose it. None of you are doing it right. What you guys are doing is cosplay. I would like to make as little as parts of this as possible, so let's go listen up. You need 2 fur or faux fur coats. One is cropped, the one that is long. The long one is for the day. The reason that is for the day is because we don't care really about dressing for the day. What I mean by that is when you're going to the grocery store, to the cleaners, to see, Vincent over at the deli, we're wearing our sweats. We're just changing out of our house shoes, we're putting our hair in a claw clip, and we're calling it a day with our big sunglasses. So the big coat covers you. You get 2 options for sunglasses. I like these during the day, mainly because all I'm going to do in the morning is a bit of gloss, like so, brush up my eyebrows, and there you go. Now, also, beauty of these, you don't know if my eyes are even open when you're talking to me. Now we're night. You think I was going to wear sunglasses at night? Of course I know. I'm that girl. I'm going to sit at the back of the restaurant with my back against the wall, and I'm going to be her. When it comes to jewelry, you have 2 options for earrings. Either small, chunky gold hoops, or you have your thin, long gold ones. So look at my nails, they're crusty. We're also only wearing gold, and yes, necklaces are in. Get it together. If you don't want your nails to look crusty, like mine, which have to get done, you're going to put on your nails, and you're going to get a French. Now that we are in like going into mid-January, it's a dark red, think burgundy. All right, you're done. That's it. Goodbye.
These are people who cannot claim the mob wife aesthetic or educate yourselves before partaking in this culture. You also don't need to necessarily grow up 100% Italian. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of times when you grow up in places like Queens, Long Island, Jersey, you inherit certain characteristics and your family grows up a certain way. So it's all about values. Number 1 is clear as day. If you villainize carbs, if you're not eating the bread and you're not eating the pasta because you think you're going to gain weight, absolutely cannot claim mob wife aesthetic. If you grew up eating pasta, you understand pasta's not bad for you. Number 2 is for the older gen, but if you didn't grow up having a crush on Carmine, Frankie, or Johnny, and you didn't declare one of them as yours, I'd reconsider the mob wife aesthetic. You don't know who Carmela Soprano is. I don't think I need to explain this one. Next is if you don't know any Motown music. If you're at a wedding and you don't hear Motown music, there's probably no mob-related ties in your family or friend group. Speaking of weddings, if you haven't been to a wedding at Russo's on the Bay or a communion, Sweet 16, etc., I don't know what to tell you. On the topic of weddings, if you don't believe in cocktail hour, hate to break it to you, but you were raised very different, because somebody who can claim the mob wife aesthetic believes in a full cocktail hour because there's never enough food. You worry about people going hungry, and it's not because you portion 1 per person, oh, there's just enough. No, there's never enough food. You always worry there isn't enough food, and you cook for an army. You provide food for 1 million people, even if there's 10. Next, if you didn't have in your cabinet Stella D'Oro cookies, Entenmann's coffee cake, crumb cake, etc., for company in case somebody came over. Next, if you've never had this national treasure pop up on your For You page, then your For You page is curated very differently than somebody who can carry the mob wife aesthetic. I trust everything this woman says. Next, and this is for people that especially aren't even Italian and supremely white, but if you go out of your way to correct somebody that's saying gabagool, mortadelle, prosciutto, gabagool, relax. Finally, if you've told a nonna that you were full and you left food on your plate and disrespected her like that, there's no hope for you.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the mob wife aesthetics thing, if you've ever heard of it, and what do you think about these white women that are not happy that people are misappropriating the mob wife aesthetics. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it respectfully, okay? So some people might be wondering, because as I was watching the reaction, I was like, some people didn't even know what this mob wife aesthetic is. So apparently, I'm just going to leave a couple of videos, okay? I think, should I leave it in the beginning? I don't know, either way. So here's my thought on the mob wife thing. The first thing that is in my head when I heard this, I saw this trend, I'm just like, when has being a mob wife become an aesthetics? When has a woman been abused in a relationship, lived the life of crime, have a criminal as a family, having children that were introduced into crime, how is that being an aesthetics that people are like tussling and fighting about and like misappropriation, like, what? Really? I just don't get it. I don't know what. Like, maybe it's just me. Maybe because I'm not in America, I'm not in Europe, I'm in Africa, but I just don't know. Yeah, in my culture and society, like, you don't even embrace, you don't even admit, you don't even want to associate yourself or family members that are into things like that, rather than make it an aesthetic. But also, I also want to feel like this generation, like, I feel like literally the era we're in, not just this generation, the era that we're in is that everything is literally an aesthetics. You're like, so, black girl loves dress. It's not an aesthetics. Why do we see everything as an aesthetics, everything as a trend? And for me, can people just try and be the authentic self, live the authentic self, vibe and connect with things and style that you genuinely connect with and seem as value and makes you beautiful? Like, I'm stressed already. I'm stressed already just even looking at this video and doing this video. Anyway, there's going to be a part 2 of this video of people, other people, not white girls, like other people that are not Italian or Scandinavian girls reacting to this entire trend. Anyway, guys, go ahead and share your thought. Let me know your thought about this down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go ahead and share your thought, okay? With that all said, share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.